Stand by to launch FanStream Sports.
3, 2, 1. Let's start.
Hello, sports fans. Welcome to FanStream Sports. Nothing but pure sports. This is the JP Show.
JP, it's so good to hear you back on the air.
Stand by. Now, here's JP.
Edition of the JP Peterson Show. We thank you so much for joining us, whether it's on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube. Don't forget to like and subscribe our podcast as well. Each and every Wednesday, we jump in with the great Peter Blake from the Sports Web, and we got lots of Tampa Bay stuff to talk about, some national stories as well. Good morning to you, Peter. How are you?
What's going on, buddy? How you doing? Happy, as we always say here on this show. There you go, right there. And as the dog decides to
Alexander's he's very excited.
Gotta love that. Love that. Yes.
We love dogs here.
Yes, we do.
Mine's
dogs.
being very well behaved though at the moment. She's as she most always is.
Right.
She most always is. All right, we got lots to get to today. Peter and I are we don't have any guests today, so we're gonna just talk about local stuff all day long. We got anything you guys want to bring to the table, any questions, comments, you know where to put them on the YouTube page. You can also go to the @JP Peterson Show on Twitter. You can put them there as well. And let's chat it up today. And
yes.
We are on WATB, as we always are as well, on Facebook, so you can always watch there. And on RHS TV. Download that app on your we are in millions of homes, available in millions of homes everywhere on your big screen on RHS TV. So you can watch us there each and every day. Just download that app. It's like Roku or whatever else you got on your apps, right? RHS TV. Download that, and you can watch us live each and every day. So there you go. All right. Lots to get to today, but we got to start with maybe, arguably, the greatest baseball player in the history of the game, and that's Willie Mays.
Say Willie. Say hey, say who? Swinging at the plate, say hey, say who? Say Willie, that giant kid is great.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
Thank you very much. I mean, I'm a historian when it comes to baseball and appearance, and that's why I get really upset when people say Barry Bonds is the greatest player of all time. No, my friend, Willie Mays may be the greatest player of all time.
Godfather. Yeah.
660 home runs, did it all naturally there. You know, a lot of people just remember him with the Giants, but he was also a part of that Mets team, correct? In 69. Yeah. So, and
I don't know if he was on the 69 Mets.
Maybe he
played for the Mets later on in his career. I remember him playing for the Mets. I'm old enough to remember him playing for the Mets.
Wow.
In 72 and 73 at the end of his career. Mm-hmm. When he obviously wasn't nearly as good as he was. You know, and one of the things people forget about Willie Mays, not only did he was the only player to hit 300 home runs and 6 Gold Gloves. He was the best. And I heard Tim Kirchin talking about this morning, and this is how I remember him. And I don't remember him playing in his prime. I'm not that freaking old.
Right.
But he won the MVP in 54 and 65. 660 home runs and lost 2 years for military service in his prime. And this guy averaged 440 home runs a year. So you do the math.
Right.
He would have broken Babe Ruth's record of 714. No question about it. No question about it.
Mm-hmm.
The combination of power and speed with the stolen base, the greatest base runner anybody's ever seen. He was, I think, arguably the best player in the history of the game. And when you look at all around playing, he won 12 Gold Gloves because Gold Gloves weren't even his first 6 years he played. They weren't even a thing. So he would have won 18. He's the best center fielder to ever play the game in terms of running. Of course, the great catch in the 54 World Series that everybody has seen, the iconic over the shoulder catch, and then throws the ball in to make sure the run doesn't score. They go on to win the 1954 World Series. Willie Mays just simply the say hey kid, and I would say inarguably top 3 player in the history of the game.
And I don't know why I thought he was 69 Mets, 72 Mets. I do apologize.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Yeah, that with the Miracle was not on the Miracle Mets, but came to the Mets late in his career and played almost all of his career at awful, and I mean awful, Candlestick Park. It was a terrible, terrible baseball field. It was cold, so the ball doesn't compress, it doesn't fly. It was big. It was hard to play. And he played 150 games back when it was a 154 game season, almost every single year on that terrible field at Candlestick. So Willie was robbed of so much. I mean, he could have easily gotten to 800 home runs had he had, a more ideal playing spot. But they're just the best. And I had the opportunity to chat with him once at a spring training game many, many years ago because he loved going to spring training games. And it's kind of a group of us, and he was around the batting cage. And he was he's one of those guys that when he arrives, it's kind of Tiger-esque. It's like, oh, hey, do you see Willie Mays is here? Like, Willie Mays? I'd never seen him in person. Like, wow. And he was he died at 93. So he was probably late 70s at this point. Still very effervescent personality, that $1 million smile. And just everybody, all the players were around the batting cage, just were like, wide-eyed, couldn't get enough, just listening to him talk baseball. I heard Bruce Bochy talking about it, longtime manager of the Giants, and Willie had an office at their stadium. So he got to talk to him a lot, and just the best of the best. And you talk about a throwback player when the game wasn't all about money. But if you saw him, I would say the comp that would be best to him in a modern day player would be Ken Griffey Jr.
Okay.
The junior was very close to the abilities of Willie Mays. And obviously his career was cut short by injuries, or he would have rewritten the entire record book. I think Griffey Jr., to me, in my lifetime watching baseball players, is the best player I've ever seen. In terms of combination of speed, defense, power, all the tools. And I would say Willie Mays was, a notch above him. So, and obviously Willie Mays was his idol. And I believe they were very, very close.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, Willie Mays was it. It was interesting. The Rays played a game at Rickwood Field in Birmingham where he first started in the Negro Leagues. He played his first 3 years of professional ball there, I believe, when he started when he was 17 years old, came to the big leagues at 20, the major leagues at 20 in 1954. But yeah, so the Birmingham Barons, the Rays farm team, also playing there at Rickwood Field. So very ironic the timing of his death, because he was to be honored during all those games. And I believe the Cubs and the Cardinals are going to play a major league game there in honor of Willie Mays. So he was, for all us old heads, he was, I didn't get to see him really play in his prime. I've seen the video, and you just remember him. I remember him mostly as a older, still serviceable player, hitting about 20 home runs a year, but not the great player that in the early 60s and the 50s that dominated the game. Amazing man.
Yeah, definitely amazing statistics, a little bit before my time. But again, you learn about the history of it, and it's all about New York baseball, right? I mean, the Giants at the time, you had the Brooklyn Dodgers, and then the Giants actually move over to the West Coast. But, the whole synopsis of it was who was the best center fielder at the time, and you had your choices, right?
Yeah, and to me, it's Willie Mays. He's the best ever.
Yeah.
Best combination of power and speed we've ever seen in the game, including Barry Bonds before his head got 7 times larger than it normally was. So, yeah.
As people tried to deny that he didn't do anything that would enhance his ability. It's just like, come on, man. Come on.
Stop. Well, so, his legacy will live on in many, many ways. But for me, top 3 player in the history of the game. No question.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of baseball, Peter.
Yeah.
So you're telling me last night,
Yeah.
Randy Arozarena homer, 3-run homer.
Yes, actually, here
Randy
it is.
Lau had a home run.
To Arozarena with 2 on, 2 out. And that is hit well up into the wind. It's a first inning 3-run homer into the second deck for Randy Arozarena, and the Rays jump on top right away.
I mean, how many times have we not seen that? And you start to feel good about it, JP, because they're up 4-0, right?
Yeah. Got Aaron Savali on the mound.
Yeah.
He's got 2 outs in the 4th, 0-2 on the number 8 hitter, the catcher. Wah, wah, wah,
Wah,
wah.
wah, 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 wah.
Castro hits a 3-run double down the line, or what? Base hit, walk, 3-run double, 4-3. Now it's 4-4. Lead given away. But hey, Brandon Lau hits a home run.
Oh, he
Brandon
does.
Lau getting hot.
Yeah.
Well, just missed a homer last time, hooking one down the line. He had singled his first time. Deep in the air, right center field. And Lau gives the Rays the lead right back. 5-4 Rays on a homer by Brandon Lau.
So there
How
you
about
go.
that?
Yeah.
Andy Fried on the call working the TV side.
How about that, right?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah. So we got a 3-run homer from Randy. Brandon Lau hits a home run. Oh, Josh Lowe had an RBI earlier, and then he does this.
All right, so 1 out, nobody on. Here's Josh Lowe. In the air, right center field, off a slider, and gone! Josh Lowe with a home run, and it's 6-4 Rays.
There you go. And even the announcer says it's great to see him because he's starting to get his swing back. So you start to feel good about it because once again, the Rays are scoring runs.
But
yeah,
the bullpen.
Oh, you got
Willie, Sean Armstrong gives up a couple of runs. Then Pete Fairbanks comes on. Of course, the normal tight wire show from him. And then he gets hit by a ground ball, trying to field a ground ball. So then you bring in Phil Matone, whatever. I can't get that dude's name right. I just wish they'd get rid of him. So I don't.
You need to get rid of him because he's been absolutely terrible this year.
Anyway, he comes on, gives up the game winner at the pinch hit to Carlos Santana, and the Rays get walked off 7-6 by the Twins, who I believe are 41-32 now.
Yeah.
The Rays fall to 34-39. But here's the good news. So Randy Arozarena has now homered in 2 of his last 3 games. He's getting on base a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're getting that trade value back up.
Oh, yeah.
The Braves, as we talked to Mike Bell yesterday from 92.9 The Game in Atlanta, the Braves are looking for a position player, an outfielder. Oh, they've got some good young players on that Braves team. Well, maybe we could cherry pick a couple of those players. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. What are we waiting for? The vote. Oh, what? What are we waiting for? We got to trade him. He's going to make a lot of money the next 2 years. This is what we do. Why are we not trading him? The vote. We're not going to trade him? The vote. Oh, we got the vote coming up. That's right. So we can't do the baseball business. All right. Because normally we'd be jettisoning this guy. Doesn't matter if the fans like him or not. He's a fan favorite. Going to make a lot of money. Scott Boras, client. He ain't staying here. We'd have him for this year, in the next year, and then he's gone. Next year is probably going to be $12 million, I believe. No. This is the prime candidate for a Rays trade, but not at this particular time. I would trade him. I would let him get hot. He can carry a team. This team's going nowhere this season. Sorry, but I would make that move as soon as possible. And it's good that he's getting hot. So, see, I found a silver lining to this crappy game last night, Peter.
Well, there you go. Absolutely.
See how I did that?
If you stayed up late, which I know there's some Rays fans that did after the rain delay for a little bit there.
How many viewers could have been sticking through that rain delay? Come on, dog.
You got a chance to see them blow a lead once again. I mean, it's classic Rays, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're not getting the hitting, and you're getting the pitching, or you're getting the hitting and you're not getting the pitching, it's been like this all year long. It's so frustrating to be a Rays fan. It really is. And it's disappointing because you look at it, you score 6 runs, usually more times than not, JP, you're going to win that game. But guess what? The bullpen this year is absolutely, there you go.
Yeah. That was very appropriate that time.
Thank you. I appreciate
good use
that.
of the fart button.
Yeah, I wrote it down. You told me to use the proper, sound effects at the proper time. So
that was a winner. That was a winner. No question about it, partner. That was a winner.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah. So we'll see. Open phone lines if you want to talk about your Rays baseball team. Most likely you want to bitch about it, and you can here on the JP Peterson Show. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. It's a happy hump day edition of the JP Peterson Show.
Hey, we got baseball today, afternoon baseball. Kentucky will be taking on Florida at 11 o'clock. That game was supposed to be played last night, but was postponed due to weather concerns in Omaha. So they play today at 11 o'clock, and I believe FSU Tennessee will play at 2 o'clock. FSU's got to beat Tennessee twice to get to the finals, so good luck with that. Tennessee's well-rested following their initial ill-gotten win over the Seminoles in the first game of the College World Series when we were screwed again.
Why?
By a no check swing caller. I mean, check swing call was clearly a swing. Clearly a swing. Yeah.
Water is wet, by the way. The NCAA screwed the Seminoles, and water is wet. This is what happens.
Yes.
And by the way, the Rays just blew another lead there from their bullpen. I mean, it's so frustrating in that way also because you got one out to clear to close down the game, and
that fourth inning, that's where Savali's got to get out of that. He's got to, you're facing the lower part of the order. You're 0-2 on the number 8 guy. 1 on, 2 out. Let's go. Just get it done. Then you end up giving up 4, and that's the game really right there. I mean, the offense did its job. Offense did its job. The offense is starting to come alive. Brandon Lau's starting to hit. Josh Lowe's starting to hit. Randy's starting to hit. So you feel good about that, but you don't feel good about the starting staff. The bullpen is just not held up their end of the bargain. It's just one of those years. It's just not coming together for the Rays.
Yeah.
To our great commenters this morning,
yes.
Lonnie Wilkins says the Gators are the best baseball story this year in Florida. They are. I mean, where they've come from, how in the hell did they wait, what?
Yeah, you say Cleveland fleeced the Rays and the Savali.
Yeah, they did.
I mean, how bad has he been this year, and how disappointing has he been?
Yeah, you look at that trade. You look at the Glasnow trade. That Johnny DeLuca, started fast, flamed out. Story of my life.
Yeah, right. Pepio, you may be a good starter eventually. I think
Pepio's good.
Everybody says it all the time with this Rays ownership in the organization. They can never miss on a trade. They know what they're doing.
They've been on the other end of a few trades lately. That Blake Snell trade was an absolute disaster.
Yep.
You're giving away Cy Young Award winners and you're getting squat back.
Yeah.
It's not good. Not good. No, that's not the way the Rays used to do it. And you know what? We've said this for a long, long time. They did a great job. Put cobbling it all together, low payrolls, fleecing other teams for trades. Is that going to continue forever?
Oh, and I think we lost JP there. So I think we got some Wi-Fi issues going on with him. So we'll get him out of there. I tell you what, let's go ahead and take a quick break here on the JP Peterson Show. When we come back, we'll take your Rays phone calls. We'll also get into some Bucks talk here on the JP Peterson Show. I'm your host, Peter Blake. Keep it locked.
Summer is here, and it's the perfect time to shine with the exquisite June birthstones, Pearl, Alexandrite, and Moonstone at the Golden Diamond Source. Each gemstone carries its own unique significance and style, making them perfect for any summer occasion. Did you know the 30th anniversary milestone is Pearl, the traditional stone for this special occasion? And right now, you can enjoy 5 years of interest-free financing. That means you can own a stunning $5,000 ring and pay only $83 a month with zero interest for 5 years. That's a great deal. And shop online and get 15% off the June birthstones. And we love our partners, local businesses that have been here for 40 years. That's right. The Golden Diamond Source has been here for 40 years. Julie and Steve Weintraub have done so much in our community. We thank them and we shop there. It's the Golden Diamond Source, 3800 Olmerton Road, always online at thegoldendiamondsource.com. Happy summer. As we head into summer and hurricane season, you must make sure that your home is fully insured. Over 40% of people in Florida are not fully insured because Property rates have gone up lately. Your home is worth more, so it needs to be insured. Call the great folks at Italiano Insurance, 813-877-7799 to make sure you're fully insured. And also, you might just save some money. There are new companies coming into the state all the time. In fact, we just shopped our homeowners insurance, and I'm telling you, folks, we saved over $550 because Charity, the great customer service at Italiano Insurance, did all the work and found us a better company and a cheaper company. She'll do the same for you. 813-877-7799. Do something about these high rates. Shop them around. Could save you lots of money. It's Italiano Insurance. Been doing business here locally for over 60 years. 813-877-7799. Tell them JP sent you.
Hey Tampa Bay sports fans, this is two-time LPGA major champion Jane Geddes here. After winning the U.S. Open and 10 other LPGA events, I wanted to try something completely different. So I came right off the top turnbuckle and landed in the crazy world of WWE. And yes, you heard that right. That's WWE. Working for the Vince McMahon as the VP of Talent Relations for the company. Now, though, I want to work for you. Everything I've done in my life, I've done with incredible passion. And now I've turned my focus to leading the best real estate team in Tampa Bay, the Geddes Gordon Group with Keller Williams in South Tampa. If you're looking for a new home, an investment property, or looking to sell your current home, we will give you major championship level service. When you choose Geddes Gordon Group, you become part of our inner circle, like family. So if you're looking for a few golf tips or a golf course view, we're going to stripe it right down the fairway. Call me at 813-485-6808 or go to gettysgordongroup.com, or again, give me a ring at 813-485-6808.
JP here for TryHydrateHeroes.com. That's our new website where you can get a free 3-pack of the great Hydrate Heroes electrolyte hydration drink, all for free. Just go to TryHydrateHeroes.com. We'll send you a 3-pack. While you're there, go ahead and buy the 30-pack for just $29.99. Special going on, less than $1 a serving for all the good stuff, none of the bad stuff. Folks, a lot of these hydration drinks have tons of sugar, tons of calories. Hydrate Heroes, just 5 calories, and they have all the electrolytes in there, plus other stuff that's going to benefit you. A mushroom blend that will help with inflammation. So much other good stuff in there, none of the bad stuff. It's Hydrate Heroes. Go to TryHydrateHeroes.com and get your free 3-pack. The new Tropical Punch flavor is out, and it is fantastic. They'll send you some. Just go to TryHydrateHeroes.com. Get all the information there. Pick up a 30-pack as well. TryHydrate.
Let's go.
Right now, back to the show on FanStream Sports.
All right, welcome back to the JP Peterson Show with Mr. JP Peterson. I'll go ahead. All right, there. As we are back, let's switch around here. Hold on. Oop. Oh,
can you hear me?
I got you, buddy. Yeah, we had some power problems here, so I don't know what the heck is going on, but still open phone line, still talking Rays baseball. What happened there, buddy? You okay?
We took a little power hit. Sure, it's raining, nothing torrential, nothing terrible, but yeah, we took a little power hit, unfortunately. So, but I'm joining you via my phone, so I guess that's going to work for a little while. At least we got the local phone going, so we shall continue. We shall soldier on, my friend.
Yes, we absolutely will. And again, open phone lines if you want to talk about your Tampa Bay Rays today after they fall in walk-off fashion. What is new with this team? Who is going to – there you go. You switched it around for me. Thank you. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. I'll tell you what, partner, let's go out to Kevin Cash here really quick and hear what he had to say after the loss to the Twins here on the JP Peterson Show. Here we go.
Looked like he made a pretty good pitch. Santana's a good hitter, though, and found a space out in the outfield. Tough situation to put Phil in right there. He's, Pete comes in the game. You're banking he's going to be able to get through that inning one way or the other. Unfortunately, the comebacker got him. I think Pete's going to be okay. We'll get some X-rays and check on it, but we didn't win that game probably because of earlier, not because of that last batter right there. It just kind of lost kind of circulation there in his thumb area, but I think he's going to be okay. I'm optimistic. I mean, for him to throw 3 balls like he did off the mound should be okay. Well, their bullpen came in and did a nice job, but we did a really good job offensively against a good starter in Pablo. Get the early runs, and they just, clawed back in that 4th or 5th inning, whatever it was with Civ. But, like to find a way that we got to get through that with holding the lead. Kind of like it was a matter of time, the way they strung it together, and a lot of deep counts, a lot of right to the edges, just misses, and they took their walks, and when they needed the big hits, they got them. That was a good inning for Clev, probably highlighted by Clev. He needed to have a good inning. J.A. did a nice job. Poche has looked really good since coming back from the IL. And like the way that Pete was throwing the ball, kind of a fluky play. If he lets that ball go, we probably get it out there somewhere, but that's the way it goes sometimes. But happy that, we were able to keep it tied there through those 3-4 innings.
All right, so there you go. There's cash on the loss there. And, what you take from it is, of course, the main concern has to be Pete Fairbanks and what he got there. It looked like he took a baseball right off the hand. It seems like he's okay, but you just don't know. And really, can the Rays afford another injury here, JP?
Well, no, especially to Pete Fairbanks, because we see how hard it is for them to close games, especially with Fairbanks. Without him, who's going to be your closer? Phil Matone? No, I don't think so. We saw how that worked out last night, which is not very good. Again, this is just a comedy of errors for the Rays this year. It's nonstop. Injuries, starts, stops. They can't beat the good teams at all. They just are non-competitive. I mean, they were competitive, obviously, with the Twins last night, but, the 4-game series with the Orioles, pretty fortunate to salvage a game against the Braves when they were completely overmatched. But again, you go into every one of these games where you're playing against a team of the Braves that are spending $260 million, and you won't spend over $100 million. The Twins vastly outspend you as well. These are not, don't believe the Twin Cities is, but again, it's an uphill climb for this team, and you don't see any help really on the way. But there is, I think, some signs of life here. No question about it. With Randy coming. Starting to get hot now. He has 10 home runs on the season, which is kind of on pace for him, quite honestly. I mean, he got off to a hot start, then there was that long dry stretch. I think he didn't homer for 25 games, and now he's got 2 in the last 3 games. The at-bats have been better. Maybe he's starting to lose some of that extra weight that he gained up top that clearly slowed down his bat. His speed has decreased each and every year. If you Evan Klosky put something out the other day on Twitter, one of these analytics sites that does speed in terms of stealing bases, and his speed is decreasing just in the past couple of years. His success rate is decreasing in terms of stolen bases. So if you're going to get something for Randy, he's not going to be here long term. Trade him now. If he gets hot, and the Braves are certainly looking for an outfielder, and Randy has proven that the postseason is where he plays best. So if I'm the Braves, I think you can, he definitely is going to fit a need there. They can sign him long term if they want. They got some players coming off the books in the next couple of years. So Scott Boras would certainly be the happiest man in the world if they traded him to the Braves. So I think you might have a fit here. And right now for the Rays, it's all about, look, if this vote does go through, you start pointing towards that season where you should be really ready to be competitive. I'm not saying throw 3 years in the tank, but start building, dare I say, build back better.
Wow. All right.
That's your guy, Rays. Steal his slogan. Build back better. Yeah, there you go. Maybe they'll take that slogan.
My question for the day for Rays fans is, who would you like? Is it time for the Rays to sell at this point? Is it time to sell Randy Rosarena, Zach Eflin, Brandon Lau? 727-255-0. Sell more. Yeah, exactly.
Get rid of all the old juice futures. Get rid of them.
Blake Snell, Glasnow trade was a winner. Stu saved some more money. Yacht maintenance prices have increased. We don't understand that kind of struggle. You don't. It's a struggle.
Well done, Rick. Well done.
Very good, Rick. Yeah, good
Yeah,
stuff.
they worked out. Here I am using my stupid measure of trades by getting something back in return that's going to help your ball club be better for the long term. What an idiot I am. Duh. That's not why they trade these guys. I'm sorry, Rick. I had a brain fart there for a minute. I thought they made trades to make the team better long term. You're right. It's about Stu's want. My bad. My bad. Yeah.
Here comes the
That's what it's about right there. It's about saving money here on the
I have to
JP.
bite my tongue when it comes to Stu. Sorry.
Yeah. All
I
right.
want to get
let's go
sued.
out to Thomas here. Sell the toxic owner. How much is Stu worth in your opinion there, JP? And by the way, what have you heard about this stadium situation? Because it's assumed that this deal is going to be basically done here in the next month and a half. So what have you heard? Have you heard anything to the contrary?
Well, it looks like they have at this point enough votes. It looks like it's a 5-3 split. If one were to defect, it would be a problem. So as we get closer to the deal, we'll see how it goes. But it looks like it's probably going to go through, and Stu will have his Boondock Stadium, and they'll be able to move forward with bits and pieces of revenue, and not what they really could have. But we've talked so much about that, Peter. I think people are absolutely burnt out talking about it. If it goes through, it goes through. Everybody knows my opinion on this. It'd be a horrible mistake for the taxpayers of Pinellas, a horrible mistake for those people who want to make the gas plant history whole. You could do so much better than this. And for the Rays fans, the majority of Rays fans, 75-80% don't want it over there. More revenue to be made and on the Tampa side that could be poured back in the club and you could do it right like the Braves did it and get to $260 million payroll, or you could do it wrong like the Marlins did it and be stuck in mediocrity. And that's the way we're headed. So history is your guide. You can see where this is going. It is what it is. I'm not going to get upset anymore over it. It's not my money. But congrats, Stu.
Yeah.
Congrats. You got what you wanted.
Yeah, and here comes Alexander in the background there, as you could see him just walking around doing whatever he wants to do. So I'm not sure if he's too.
I can't see all the comments here, so if you want to pop them up, feel free.
Yeah, I believe. Let's go out to Jeff here. Sad to hear about Willie Mays, baseball icon and great citizen.
Yeah. Absolutely, Jeff.
What else? I think I don't know if we read this one. James, Aaron Savali is horrible. Just get rid of this guy if you can. It was a trade that didn't work out. It really didn't. And when the Rays made that trade at the time, you're like, okay, they're kind of going all in on this. They're getting a pitcher that's at least going to be able to, get through second or third time in the order. And that's been the bugaboo for this pitcher is anytime he gets to the second or third time, he's not able to get out of a jam. I mean, he's not been what a lot of Rays fans want and a lot of this Rays team has wanted. He has not given them the starts. Let's see. Mays inspired a generation, especially the greatest movie name and quote, Willie Mays Hayes, Major League. You may run like Hayes, but you hit like, or his sister, which is you always hear the censored version on like TBS or TNT. And of course, who played him? Who was the guy who played Willie Mays Hayes at the time? Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes, that's right. Good call. Good call.
Yes, absolutely. So one of the classic baseball movies. In fact, you could relate some of the stuff that's happening right now with the Rays as Bob Uecker said, 2 hits? That's all they got, 2 hits? And the guy goes and he curses. He goes, you can't say that on air. And he goes, nobody was listening anyway. And most likely.
Anyway.
All right, open phone lines. Yes.
Pop Rick's comments up there.
Let me see here. That one, we had that one. And let's see more comments here. I don't see any more of Rick's. Here's one. Watch what you say, JP. First, your Twitter ban. Now your Wi-Fi is out. You better hope Clinton doesn't show up. Somebody knocking at your door at this point? Did you check?
The Clinton Family Foundation truck. What does that mean? It's got a freezer in the back. What does that mean? Are they delivering groceries? I don't know.
That's not good. That's not good at all. Hopefully that nobody comes to visit you at your home. And by the way, just say you didn't die of a suicide, because we don't want to hear that. We definitely don't want to hear that happen. We know what all that means. We need Steven Stamkos. Heard anything about that situation with the Tampa Bay Lightning? Because I've been hit up by a lot of Lightning fans, kind of concerned. I'll tell you what, let's go ahead. Let's go out to the phone lines here. Let's see if we can get somebody on here. Let's go.
Who we got?
Yeah, I think we got Eric here. So let's go out to Eric.
What's up, Eric?
Eric, are you there? Welcome to the JP Peterson Show.
What's up, you guys, man?
What's going on?
Man, the Carolina Panthers might actually, the Florida Panthers going to blow the series. It's crazy.
Well, let's definitely get into that. Let's shift gears and talk some hockey here. It looks like the Panthers had this series on lock, and now the Oilers have come back here the last couple games. So, JP, let me ask you, do you feel like the Oilers here can make some history by coming all the way back?
I didn't think it was possible. I thought they were dead in the water. I thought it was a gentleman's sweep, just like the NBA Finals. And damned if Connor McDavid didn't show up in a big way last night. He has taken over this series. And the Panthers, that fourth game is no joke. It's hard to get. That's why this is the toughest trophy in sports to win. And, it's funny because you see these, and I see you out there, Lightning fans. I see some of you outwardly rooting to bring Stanley home to Florida and give it a tan. I told you from the very beginning I was going to have a problem with that. I tried to get on board. Greg Wolf tried to talk me into it. And it's like, would you rather have Edmonton win it? I'm like, no. Yes, maybe. I don't know. I'm conflicted. So you watch the games and you're like, well, you know what? I'm just going to watch the games. And I'll see where my body's emotions go, right? We'll see where my – right. By the way, I went to see Inside Out 2 yesterday. Great film. Disney doesn't do much well anymore, but for kids, great film. Has some good stuff for the adults. It was pretty good stuff. Mm-hmm. And so I'm wondering, like in my inside, like what are my emotions telling me? If you've seen the movies, you know what I'm talking about. And I'm watching this, and I'm going, come on, Edmonton, come on, Edmonton, come on, you Oilers. I'm watching that Panthers crowd, and I'm watching the little kid, doing this behind the interview with his smirky dad doing. I'm like, screw you, stinking Panthers. I don't want you to have a cup. Let's go, Edmonton. Come on, you Oilers. Let's go, Connor McDavid. Let's get this done. Let's saddle the stinking Panthers with the biggest choke job in the history of hockey. Wouldn't you? Come on, Lightning fans. I know you're with me. Wouldn't you rather see that? Wouldn't you rather see them choke away a 3-0 lead? Hell yeah, you would. You know I'm right. When it gets down to it, neighbors or not, they're the stinking Panthers. And we all know that Miami and South Florida isn't part of Florida anyway. All right, get out of here. If it's not, I saw somebody put this on Facebook yesterday. It's like, if you're rooting for the Panthers, then this ain't a rivalry. And they're right. They're right. You got it.
Who's rooting
now that the Oilers have shown some signs of life, and my body and my emotions told me yesterday, I don't want the stinking Panthers to win a cup. I want them to be cupless. And you know what happens when you go out without a cup and you're playing hockey? Yeah. And they're about to take a shot right between the cojones. And I'm here for it. I'm here for Game 6. Come on. The Oilers can win Game 6. And then, we got a game. It'll be a Game 7 in Sunrise.
Right.
So,
all the pressure would be on the Panthers at the end of the day.
That was a hell of a game last night, too. Did you watch any of that?
No, I watched.
That was a hell of a game. I'm sitting there trying to watch the Rays, and then they got in the rain delay, thank God, so I could watch hockey. Watching the Rays, slip over to hockey. You're like, you're gripped, you're on the edge of your seat, back to the Rays. Hockey. Give me some more hockey. It's like night and day. night and day. I mean, it's so.
Do the race thing again.
Yeah. I didn't mean to cut Eric off there, but
that's all right. We got you. He's concerned also about Steven Stamkos. So any concern?
Listen, I still, I think no news is good news. Right. I think, listen, I have complete and utter faith in Julien Brisebois. The signing of Ryan McDonough, or the bringing back of Ryan McDonough, to me, signaled Stamkos is staying. I know I'm not saying that Stamkos ordered it. I'm saying that Julien Brisebois has talked to Steven Stamkos a lot. And I think did Steven Stamkos want one of his best friends and best defenders back on this team? Hell yes. Did he give it his blessing to Julien Brisebois to get it done? Hell yes. Mm-hmm. You think Steven Stamkos would have said, "Oh, well, if you get Ryan McDonough back, it's not going to be leave enough money for me"? No. I don't believe that for a second. I just think right now, JBB is trying to find a trade partner for Tanner Jeannot and figure out what he's going to have to give up to get him gone and to retain Stamkos. And I think that's probably where the negotiations are right now. I think that the Stamkos deal, and this is just my opinion, this is not based on any information or anything. Okay, a little information. I think that the parameters of that Stamkos deal are pretty much worked out, but they've got to clear some cap space to get it done. And in order to do that, they got to move somebody. So that, I think, is what's holding up this whole situation. And once Jeannot gets moved, or it might have to be somebody else, I don't know. But I think JBB would most likely, like to trade Jeannot and be able to keep Stamkos and then rework everything around that. That's my educated guess on where that is with Stamkos. So I wouldn't worry. I don't think Steven Stamkos is going anywhere. I may be wrong, but I don't think he's going anywhere.
All right, let's go out to the comments here. James says, and then we'll go out to a break. I think Cash has had enough of Savali. Also, Christopher Cole says, I paid $52 for seats against the Cubs, and the same seats are now $21. Typical Stu. I mean, again, these are fans. These are baseball fans, Rays fans. This is a Cubs fan right here trying to be a Rays fan. Just think about it. When the Cubs are not playing, you could take advantage of that fan. I mean, I know it doesn't sound good, but you could. You could if you play good baseball and or more affordable. And yet here we sit, $52 for the seats against the Cubs. The same seats are now $21. And by the way,
this is what he's been doing forever. Is when the Cubs rarely play here, so he knows that the Cubs fans are going to pay those prices. Rays fans won't. So you're pricing your own fans out of your own building just to suck in all the revenue from the Cubs fans. Yeah, that's the marketing strategy. And that's why you had those tickets in equal value. Now, Rays fans can buy season tickets, but who the hell's going to do that, right? Then you're really spending way more money than you want to spend. So, and so that's not the way good ownership works. That's the way ownership that wants to maximize profits works. You don't price your own fans out of your own building, but so be it.
All right,
we got some other comments there. Throw those up.
Rays are actually a cheap deep fake headed for a World Series. Let's go out to Tim. Let's go Oilers, says Tim. I think there's
he hates the Panthers.
Yeah, I mean, I know Lightning fans, you may be rooting for Florida, but it's still the stinking Panthers at this point. Who doesn't want to see Miami sports in general choke it away? I love to see it. Right. I don't know. Ralph,
I'm all in now. I can't wait to see these last, hopefully 2 games.
Yes.
It's just for drama anyway. I mean, these playoffs in basketball and hockey, hockey playoffs have been pretty good. Not great. This finals has been boring until now. So, yeah, I want to see Game 6 should be freaking amazing back in Edmonton. Listen, the Panthers are still the best team, I think, on the ice. But the Oilers have figured it out. They picked up their game, and suddenly Bobrovsky is a freaking sieve. After going, I think they said last night, 12 games in the playoffs with 2 or less goals. In the last 3 games, he's given up 3 or more, including 8 in one game, 5 last night. One was an empty netter, so 4 last night. So, yeah, I'm here for it. We got some more comments. Throw them up there.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yes. So Ralph says, I see the Panthers taking it soon. James says Edmonton will win in 7.
Oh, I hope so.
If the Lightning had signed Corey Perry, we would be in the Stanley Cup.
Thomas did say that. Earlier in the season. Go get Corey Perry.
Yeah, he sure did. Let's go out to Ralph. Edmonton needs to get a better supporting cast around McDavid. Agree with that?
No question. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's go out to Ralph.
Other than Draisaitl, yeah.
Wishful thinking. Yeah, that's it. Danny says Northern Cuba.
Referring to South Florida. No?
Right. Someone will be fired from the Panthers if they blow the series. I mean, you have to fire the whole staff, don't you? Even though you get to the Stanley Cup final, you blow the biggest lead.
I hope so. I hope they fire Paul Maurice. He's a hell of a coach. Yeah, get pissed off and fire everybody because you're the best team in hockey this year. Yeah. That would be the dumbest thing ever. But yeah, sure, go ahead and do it. I'm okay with it.
Well, it's all about reaction, right? I mean, it's all about that reaction sometimes.
It shouldn't be. I mean, did we fire John Cooper when we got swept by the Columbus Blue Jackets? No.
But how many fans?
A lot of people. Yeah, a lot of people did. Smart owners don't do that stuff. Jeffrey Vinnick's a very smart owner. Yeah,
that's it. Exactly.
Good organizations don't do that stuff. They don't have knee-jerk reactions.
All right. James says it would be awesome to see the Oilers come back. Panthers goalie is a sieve, as you would say.
At this point, he is.
Yeah.
Bobrovsky's got some confidence issues right now.
Yeah. Well, it's all about that. Let's see. Give Tanner Junot away. James says you should be ousted by Major League Baseball ASAP. Lee says,
that's your words, not mine.
Right.
Don't sue me.
Yep. Don't sue us. Don't take us off here. Don't kill the Wi-Fi or kill the power source. Which, by the way, if you haven't noticed, the power source was killed on JP's end. Still managing to get on this cell phone here. And
they can't kill me. They can't kill me, boy.
We got you covered here on the
Not yet, anyway. Not anyway.
We also got open phone line if you want to talk about the Rays and about this hockey series, which, by the way, has largely been disappointing. Now it's getting more exciting. And then on top of that, the NBA Finals. I mean, how exciting was that? You want to talk about put to sleep? Dallas, you would think that has the best player in the league. We would assume, right, that Luka is in the league. And none. No defense at all, and no supporting cast. And it always comes down to this, JP, and you have to agree. It's not about the players who have the 2 or 3 superstars or even the best player in the league. What makes a best team or the best team is the depth pieces. You still have Tatum, you have Brown, but you have a Horford. You have to be happy for Al Horford.
Holiday. You added Drew Holiday. You added Horford. Horford's been there a bit. You added Porzingis, who was huge in a lot of situations. They're a very, very deep team. White played fantastic with or without his teeth. They just have a lot of good pieces, and Joe Mazzulla is a fantastic, great young coach who put it all together. A huge tip of the cap to Boston. They were dominant. People are talking about, are they going to be a dynasty? I'm like, okay, well, that's one. Let's wait till they get to at least 3 before we start using the D word. All right. So, but they got a chance. They got a good young core. They play together. They don't seem to be real jealous. Tatum and Jaylen Brown don't seem to be real jealous of each other. They seem to have bought into the Celtic cult, as Kyrie Irving would refer to it. So yeah, I think they got a good future. They got a good future.
Yeah, they do. Let's see here. Let's go out to Lee. All the pressure is on the Cats. Agree with that.
Yeah, right.
He's bold. JP and Peter Blake. Someone gets fired. Panthers blow the series. Danny says it's still Florida, but you never cheer for the crosstown, cross-state rival. You don't. You don't do that. I don't know.
Can't do it.
Right. I mean, root for Canada, I guess. I would rather see Canada win it. I mean, the long, miserable years here of not having a Stanley Cup, and finally you get that against the Florida Panthers. I mean, that's a cherry on top of the cake. Disagree 100%, says Tim here. The Mavs had a great supporting cast. The problem against the Celtics was the stars, Kyrie and Luka. didn't show up. That's a fair assessment. I just thought Luka and Kyrie would show up. I just think they still need another player or two there. They need to look at Boston. Throughout the years, you look at Boston, you look at San Antonio. They had some stars, but again, they had the supporting cast. I don't know, Tim. You know this team better than I do. I just expected more out of Dallas. I thought this would be a 6 or 7.
Well, your stars got to show up. I mean,
Right.
your stars have to show up, but then you also need the supporting cast behind them. Boston's produced. Dallas stars or supporting cast didn't produce at all, either one. So that's why they got destroyed in a gentleman's sweep. I mean, that one. It was that's even more of a slap in the face. Because Boston was like, sure, we can sweep them, but let's go home and win it. They have no danger whatsoever of losing that game at home to Dallas. They were like, we're so much better than these guys. We can give them one. Go home and let us celebrate on our own floor. Give our owner another $10 million gate. That's how good we are. That's how much better we are. That's how heartless Dallas is. I'm sure those conversations were had by the Celtics players. They had no fear in losing to those guys. That was
No.
Dallas was either worn out or a horrible matchup. That Dallas team that showed up in the finals was not the team we saw going through the Western Conference at all. So.
Well, is there a possibility because of, going through the Western Conference that they were tired to a certain degree? Because you expected, again, Luka got his, but defensively, he just was not good. He just is not good at all.
Terrible.
Yeah, he's got to get better at that. And you hope that's the next facet of his game that improves. If not, teams are going to continue to expose him and that weakness. Luka needs to lose 30 pounds. He's great, but overweight.
Yeah, he is. He's out of shape.
Yeah.
You can't play in those type of games and where you got to be your best in the fourth quarter and be that out of shape. You see his face all red. It looks like me after 2 games of tennis. It's just like he didn't even look like he was even close to in good enough shape to play in those high intensity games where you got to be your best in the last 2 minutes. No way.
Yeah. All right, let's go out to Rick, and then we'll finish out, and we'll go to our break here. Stu will come after JP. He wants your Taylor Swift guitar. Just him trying to be a winner without spending. Danny says 31 years since Montreal beat the LA Kings in 1993. A lot of people assume that Wayne Gretzky at the time, who got traded to the Kings from the Edmonton Oilers. There you go right there. So Montreal beat the LA Kings in 90.
Last Canadian title, yeah.
Yep. And again, they assume that Gretzky, because he's the best player. And same thing with McDavid. People assume McDavid and Draisaitl, that those are the guys that are going to lead them. But again, it's not always about the superstars. It's about the complete team. I'm not telling you anything you don't already know here, sports fans. Let's hope Canada wins. They suffered enough. Hell, their government is worse than ours. My words, not JP, says Rick.
Yeah, don't get Pierre Trudeau after me as well. Go get Trudeau. That guy he's got thin skin, bro. We start going after him. My God, we'll have the Canadian Mounties down here knocking on my door.
Yeah. All right. Let's go out.
What happens when you speak the truth, folks? This is what happens in today's world.
Yeah, we're going to go.
Let's take a break. I want to say big thanks to the folks at the Jeeves Law Group, JEEVES lawgroup.com. One of our primary sponsors. We love you guys. Thank them by calling them if you're involved in an accident or your car has been totaled or you have an issue with an insurance company. Call the Jeeves Law Group. An employment issue, maybe. Jeeves Law Group will represent you vigorously. They are local, they are trusted, and they get results. Go to jeeveslawgroup.com and contact them through the website for your free case evaluation. A free case evaluation, folks. So do that there. And, of course, Hydrate Heroes. Go to tryhydrateheroes.com to get your free 3-pack. The new flavors are out. Berry Blast, Tropical Punch. They are fantastic. So get your free samples at tryhydrateheroes.com. Get a 30-pack at tryhydrateheroes.com for just $29.99, way cheaper than your local other hydration drinks. Back in 3. Stay with us.
JP here for the Jeeves Law Group and my man Scott Jeeves, who lives right here and has long been a highly respected member of our community. He's a proud sponsor of the Tampa Riverwalk. Jeeves Law Group is also a proud sponsor of our Grand Central District in St. Pete and has neighborhood events throughout the year. He has an office on Central Avenue in St. Pete and one on South Howard in Tampa. You can't get more local than that. So when you need an attorney, you're going to hire some huge firm that advertises all over the state or the one that supports your favorite sports show. It's the Jeeves Law Group. We're local, we're trusted, and we get results. For personal injury and personal attention, call us for a free case evaluation. That's 8889-JEEVES. That's 8889-JEEVES.
All right, this is for all you guys who don't want to go to the gym and do 5,000 crunches. At Bay Area Modern Medical Center, you can get on the new True Body machine where you can reduce fat and tone up your muscle. It's like doing 54,000 crunches in just 15 minutes. Define your body as you see fit. True Body offers personalized muscle stimulation that delivers the equivalent of those 54,000 crunches in just 15 minutes. Just get in touch with them at Bay Area Modern Medical Center, BAMMC.com. Chris Lugo and the team over there will set you up on True Body and get amazing results. Non-invasive with comfortable and little to no pain and zero downtime. You can isolate and target those areas that you want to improve and treat multiple areas simultaneously. It's an amazing machine, so check it out at Bay Area Modern Medical Center, BAMMC.com.
JP here to ask the question, are you planning an event, meeting, or conference? If so, you'll want to call the designers and production professionals at Extravaganza Productions Incorporated. With over 35 years of experience in the events industry, designing and producing every type of small to large event, they can provide a huge resource for design ideas, audio, visual, sound, lighting, decor, and entertainment to turn your event into an incredible experience for the entire audience. Folks, I've worked up close and personal with this group at many national events and Tampa events, and they have unique capabilities that help you save time and money in the planning and execution of your next event. Don't delay. Call these pros today at 813-621-4700 or check out their website at extravaganzaproductions.com. Tell them JP sent you, and they'll provide a free initial consultation for your event. Extravaganza Productions, the best of the business.
Take your business or nonprofit to the next level with the power of video. Red House Streaming offers complete production services to create your own perfect, eye-catching, attention-grabbing commercial. From initial concept to script to finished commercial, we'll handle it all and bring your vision to life. As your all-in-one production partner, we offer comprehensive marketing packages that not only showcase your brand, but amplify your reach. Contact Red House Streaming today.
Let's go.
Right now, back to the show on FanStream Sports.
All righty, welcome back to the JP Peterson Show. I am coming to you from my phone today. We have a power outage in the beautiful Winter Garden, so we are being resourceful. Sorry, they couldn't take me out today, Peter. We're still at it.
Yeah,
we're still talking shiz. Yeah, so
it's good.
We'll see. We'll see if we're
good stuff there.
Hump day.
Right there. Hump day edition of the JP Peterson Show. As we're making it happen here. He's on the cell phone. We like you to get on your cell phone. Call the phone lines. The question of the day for Rays fans out there, is it time to sell Randy Arozarena, Zach Eflin, Brandon Lau, or anybody else on this team? 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. The other question also, are the Florida Panthers going to choke away this big-time lead? Are you looking forward to this? Are you rooting for the Panthers? Are you rooting for the Oilers? Again, phone number is out there. Phone line is open here on the...
Can you imagine how tight their sphincters are right now? They got to get on a plane, 5-hour flight to Edmonton. Yeah. Like they had a chance to clinch the cup in front of their own fans. They have a 3-0 lead. Now they've choked away 2 games. Now they got to fly back to Edmonton, 5 hours, go play. And of course, energy will that's like an energy sucker for the Panthers, while Edmonton is flying high, right? That place is going to be bonkers. Are you kidding me? That's going to be. I can't wait. Can't wait for Game 6. And if they force a Game 7 back in Sunrise, I mean, yeah, you're on home ice, but who's got the more pressure? I mean, Edmonton's playing with house money. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Things have gotten very interesting. And unlike the Mavs, you actually see a heartbeat in the Oilers. And Connor McDavid, I mean, this is a legacy moment for him, right? This is a legacy moment for him and Draisaitl. They've done everything you can do in hockey just about in terms of scoring points and putting up numbers. And what McDavid's doing in these playoffs in terms of rewriting the history books, when you break a Wayne Gretzky record of assists in the postseason, you're doing something. And so this seems like, this storyline is coming together very, very well for the Edmonton Oilers. So we shall see.
We'll absolutely see here in the next couple games. Come on, Oilers. I think if they can win Friday, they will take it all because we go back to it. That pressure of Game 7, and I go back to the Lightning, right? It's all about momentum in sports. I don't care what anybody has to say. You go back to the first Stanley Cup for the Lightning when Marty St. Louis wins in overtime in Game 6. You feel like you have all the momentum at that point. Lightning fans, Lightning team, they feel like they have the momentum because you have Game 7 in your house. But if you're up 3-0 and you got your back against the wall and you're in Game 7 and it's in the back of your mind where you could possibly blow it, the momentum is all on the Oilers side. Yeah.
Huge pressure for the Panthers. Momentum all on the Oilers side. And they seem to have figured something out tactically too. Now, I know last night when the Panthers got up, when the Oilers got up, the Panthers did take over that game. And they were the pressure that they can apply. But Skinner was really good. I think the Panthers missed a couple of open opportunities that they normally bury. But it just seems like, that kind of happens in hockey. They're starting to get the bounces that go their way. Now, Florida could go up and play one of their shutdown games because they've been so freaking good in Game 6. And Bobrovsky could find it again. And because they've made the Oilers look very, very ordinary at times during this series. With building that 3-0 lead. They were dominant. So I think those things don't change, right? You're still the better team. You're the deeper team. You're a great defensive team. But goalies do lose confidence. And Bobrovsky has been somewhat fragile, very fragile. So, yeah, I think this is something fun to watch. That's for damn sure. In the heat of the summer, all we got is Rays baseball to bore us to tears. Yes, give me 2 more hockey games before that gives us 1 week closer to football season, by the way, right?
Oh,
which we need to talk some Bucks in this second half. I definitely want to get to that.
Definitely need to talk Bucks here because I know there's a lot of Bucks fans out there. I shared this show to all the Bucks Facebook fan sites. They're chopping at the bit. And it helps that the Rays are not good at the end of the day. Everybody's looking forward to the Bucks. Now it's on to the Bucks. Let's go out to Yeez. I think Stu should sell. And
sell the team, sell the players, sell.
Sell, Mortimer, sell.
Mortimer, sell.
That pass from McDavid yesterday was Kucherov.
Yes, Kucherov. Yes, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, listen, he and McDavid both had the 100 assists this year. First time since 96, I believe. Yeah. So, he's a hell of a player. And he deserves to win it. His name needs to be on the Stanley Cup at some point. He really does. He's dominant player of this era. His name needs to be on the cup, but they don't give that crap away, folks. They don't give it away.
Do you want to take
all right
and talk?
Let's take another break. Yeah, take another break. We'll come back. We're going to hit the Bucks hard. I want a couple things. There's a lot of stories out there about how Baker Mayfield, the Bucks negotiated against themselves to get Baker Mayfield. God, that's the dumbest thing ever. But we'll talk about that. We'll talk about this rookie class and how it can affect the Bucks in such a positive way this year. And if you have any comments, questions about the Bucks, beer prices is something I saw on Twitter. We're going to talk about the beer prices. That and more when we come back. Going to say a shout out to Charity at Italiano Insurance, who's helping me out get my auto insurance once again, saving us thousands of dollars on property insurance. Found us a new company that's just come into the market. It's going to save us $500 on that. We're saving over $1,500 on our auto insurance on this go round. Italiano Insurance, let them do all the work. You save all the money. 813-877-7799. Back in 3.
This is The Strike. 102.5 WHPT, HD2 Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete.
JP here for HydrateHeroes.com, the great electrolyte hydration drink that has all the good stuff, none of the bad stuff. NFL players are using this stuff. All types of athletes are using it because it's got 5 calories. None of the bad stuff, all the good stuff. All the electrolytes are in there for you. And also amla fruit, which is a terrific additive in there. The mushroom blend helps with inflammation in your body. Definitely has helped me with my knees. My knee pain has gone away almost exclusively since I started drinking Hydrate Heroes. Folks, it makes a difference. I love it. Professional athletes love it. You will love it. The new Tropical Punch flavor is out. Go to tryhydrateheroes.com and get a free 3-pack. That's tryhydrateheroes.com, a free 3-pack, and get the 30-pack while you're there for just $29.99. Try Hydrate Heroes.
Hey Tampa Bay sports fans, this is two-time LPGA major champion Jane Geddes here. After winning the U.S. Open and 10 other LPGA events, I wanted to try something completely different. So I came right off the top turnbuckle and landed in the crazy world of WWE. And yes, you heard that right. That's WWE. Working for the Vince McMahon as the VP of Talent Relations for the company. Now, though, I want to work for you. Everything I've done in my life, I've done with incredible passion. And now I've turned my focus to leading the best real estate team in Tampa Bay, the Geddes Gordon Group with Keller Williams in South Tampa. If you're looking for a new home, an investment property, or looking to sell your current home, we will give you major championship level service. When you choose Geddes Gordon Group, you become part of our inner circle, like family. So if you're looking for a few golf tips or a golf course view, we're going to stripe it right down the fairway. Call me at 813-485-6808 or go to gettysgordongroup.com, or again, give me a ring at 813-485-6808.
Summer is here, and it's the perfect time to shine with the exquisite June birthstones, Pearl, Alexandrite, and Moonstone at the Golden Diamond Source. Each gemstone carries its own unique significance and style, making them perfect for any summer occasion. Did you know the 30th anniversary milestone is Pearl, the traditional stone for this special occasion? And right now you can enjoy 5 years of interest-free financing. That means you can own a stunning $5,000 ring and pay only $83 a month with zero interest for 5 years. That's a great deal. And shop online and get 15% off the June birthstones. And we love our partners, local businesses that have been here for 40 years. That's right, the Golden Diamond Source has been here for 40 years. Julie and Steve Weintraub have done so much in our community. We thank them, and we shop there. It's the Golden Diamond Source, 3800 Olmerton Road, always online at thegoldendiamondsource.com. Happy summer. As we head into summer and hurricane season, you must make sure that your home is fully insured. Over 40% of people in Florida are not fully insured because property rates have gone up lately. Your home is worth more, so it needs to be insured. Call the great folks at Italiano Insurance, 813-877-7799 to make sure you're fully insured. And also, you might just save some money. There are new companies coming into the state all the time. In fact, we just shopped our homeowners insurance, and I'm telling you, folks, we saved over $550 because Charity, the great customer service at Italiano Insurance, did all the work and found us a better company and a cheaper company. She'll do the same for you. 813-877-7799. Do something about these high rates. Shop them around. Could save you lots of money. It's Italiano Insurance, been doing business here locally for over 60 years. 813-877-7799. Tell them JP sent you. Yeah.
Let's go.
Right now, back to the show on FanStream Sports.
All right, welcome back to the JP Peterson Show here as we roll on. We got no power at my house here in Winter Garden, but we soldier on, baby. They can't shut us down, Peter Blake. They can't do it.
No, they can't, because I got you. I'm your producer here, co-host Mr. Peter Blake, of course. Open phone lines if you want to talk about the Rays. We threw out that question out there. The series between the Panthers and the Oilers. And, of course, now getting into Bucks talk, 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391, the JP Peterson Show. I love being a part of this because, once again, it keeps me off the phone. I don't get a chance to talk to Esther and Winifred and all the yes, yeah.
We want to thank the Golden Diamond Source, by the way, one of our great sponsors, and Bay Area Modern Medical Center. Go to BAMMC.com and go see our good friend Chris Lugo and get your health right, get your nutrition right, get your testosterone right, get it all right at Bay Area Modern Medical Center. All right, so I saw this article. I forget where I saw this, somewhere on one of the national websites about how the Bucs were negotiating against themselves and paid Baker Mayfield more money than he should. We should have. Seems absolutely ridiculous to me because he was slated to become a free agent, and after the season he had, you don't think there were other teams that were itching to get after Baker Mayfield? I think you're silly if you think that. There was a market for Baker Mayfield. There's no question about it. If you look at the contract, he's really only under contract for 2 years. And depending on how you look at it, $33 million a year, the guaranteed money really lasts only a couple of seasons. So if the Bucs want to get out of this contract, if something were to happen to him health-wise, they have a lot of flexibility to do so. They also have flexibility to carry that contract through if things are going well with Baker. And oh, by the way, watching him in OTAs, the dude is spinning it better than he's ever spun it before. He was really banged up at the end of last season. At the end of they were especially at the Panthers game. I'm not sure he should have played that game, but they got through it. They won the game. They got into the playoffs and won that game against Philadelphia, where I think he started to get better from a health standpoint. But in OTAs, he looked absolutely fantastic, spinning the ball. The Bucs put out a little sizzle piece yesterday with a lot of highlights, and he just looks fantastic. Jalen McMillan. I mean, there's so many good things about this rookie class that I'm excited to see. Now, we had Mike Bell on yesterday from 92.9, the game in Atlanta, and he talked about the opportunity that the Falcons had with the salary cap money that they had, the draft picks that they had to really remake their team and vastly improve it. And they really didn't. I mean, I think they got better with Kirk Cousins. There's no question about it. But his health is a huge question mark. At 36 years of age, coming off an Achilles, and you could say all you want, always back at practice and looking good. Those things linger. Those things linger, especially at that age. And he's not the most mobile guy to begin with. And it can affect the way he throws the football very much. So they didn't get the edge rusher that they need in Dallas Turner or any of the guys that were in this draft. So I don't think they got markedly better in a lot of places that they could have. They got better, but they still have, I think, some deficiencies in terms of their pass rush and their defense. So that they could have certainly answered those questions. But where the Bucs are with their quarterback situation, they have flexibility. They're playing well below market value. I mean, you look at the Trevor Lawrence deal, most of these higher level quarterbacks are making, an average of $55 million a year, and cap hits commensurate to that. Whereas Baker's cap hits I think it's less than $30 million for the next few years. So I think the Bucs are in a terrific spot in terms of what they're paying their quarterback. It's not the elite level. It's not the rookie contract level, but it's right commensurate to where I think it should be. I think he's a tremendous value. He fits perfectly. Look, it's hard to find a quarterback in this league. Have we not forgotten that? Or have we forgotten that? I mean,
right.
Jesus. I mean, look at the futility that this franchise has gone through. And to have a guy that's, he's the number one pick in the draft for a reason. He's not some schlub. And if you look at his resume, where he was, who he was working with, up to this point, I think Baker's done a pretty damn good job. I wouldn't call him a bust in any way at all. So, anybody that's got an issue with that contract, I don't think really is looking at it through the right perspective of the rest of the league and how hard it is to find a quarterback in this juncture. And the Bucs have done much better with free agent quarterbacks than they've done drafting and developing quarterbacks. It's not easy. And I think Baker's come along at a perfect time. If you're looking at his contract and saying he's overpaid or the Bucs negotiated against themselves, I think that's completely inaccurate. That's my opinion.
Yeah, and it's in care of Joe Bucs fan, our friends there, Joe Bucs fan, who've written about your show there and the interview, great interview you did with Mr. Ford over there for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Brian Ford. Seth Walder from ESPN has a problem with Jason Light and the Bucs, giving the Bucs a B grade. And the problem is Baker Mayfield. He goes out and says this: though he had a bounce-back season in which he ranked 18th in QBR, there's a reason Tampa Bay was able to sign Mayfield a year ago for just 1 year at $4 million. If the Bucs had guaranteed something like $27 million, what Geno Smith got a year ago, would anyone have topped that? I would have liked to have seen Mayfield do that again. The problem is the quarterback market is so rich. So there would be a team out there that would pay Baker Mayfield off the numbers alone. Look at it's somebody.
Yes.
Look at what is it? Trevor Lawrence here. Trevor Lawrence, how much money has he gotten? How many playoff games has he won? I think he's won one playoff game at this point and played well against Kansas City. How much money did he get? That is the market these days. So what the Bucs signed Mayfield for is a damn good bargain, especially compared to freaking Kirk Cousins. And you even asked Baker Mayfield this in the presser when he was introduced with his new re-signing with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, listen, Baker knows he left money on the table. Mike Evans knows he left money on the table. But they did it for a reason, because they're all in it to win it. That's the culture of this team that has me so excited about this team. It's not, folks, it's not normal. NFL teams don't operate like this. You got 53 guys on the roster, your active roster. You got another 20 guys on your practice squad. All right. You've got coaches. You've got a lot of egos. You got a lot of egos to serve. You can look all around the league and try to find organizations where they have really no issues. And the Bucs really have zero issues. I mean, I could go through the entire – let's just stop by Kansas City and look at their police blotter, what's going on in the offseason with them and some of the medical issues that they've had. Let's stop by Dallas and look at what they're paying their quarterback and some of the other issues they have. I mean, look across the league. You got receivers bitching, people holding out. It's just the norm in the NFL. To find an organization that is as clean right now with the Buccaneers and in terms of chemistry and talent, hard to find. I mean, I'd say Detroit is right there. You feel that chemistry that they have, which is the reason why they got to the NFC Championship game. The Bucs look a lot like a Detroit team a year ago, right? Except they went out. That Detroit team didn't get to the playoffs. The Bucs won a playoff game last year, so in some ways they're ahead of Detroit. And I think if they stay healthy, especially at the quarterback position, they take the logical step forward next year. I think they get back to the playoffs. I think they can win one game, maybe even two games in the playoffs. I don't see them being the 23rd best team in the league like many of these power rankings have them. I think just like last year. Vegas isn't always right with their projections preseason. In fact, they're very often wrong. They're great at picking games, but when it comes to preseason rankings, not always so great. And I think they missed last year. We cashed on that, and I think we can cash again this year. We'll see. We'll see how the season goes. But I think the Bucs are in great position. And from what I saw at OTAs, they've got a lot of good young blood at key positions where they needed help. And we'll see. Schedule's tough, but
yeah, it is. It is tough. And you got that gauntlet in the middle of the year where you have Kansas City, San Francisco, and Baltimore. And a couple of those games are primetime affairs with Kansas City on the road. And, of course, Baltimore in Tampa. GMC had this to say. Of course, Gerald McCoy, now being a part of NFL Media, NFL Network, he says that Mayfield was hurt in 2022 when he played for offensive coordinator Liam Cohen in Los Angeles and spent most of 2023 offseason rehabbing. He goes on to say, people don't understand the difference between rehabbing and training. When you train, it's a different mindset. He also goes on to say this about Mayfield. I was down there and I talked to Baker Mayfield, and I'm telling you guys right now, Baker Mayfield is the wrong guy to get the confidence that he's down there with. He is so relaxed and comfortable with where he's at, but he still has that chip on his shoulder because people are thinking maybe it was a fluke. That is a direct reflection of that locker room. We learned this from Jason Light. He's become what? A prick. That's the reason why. But he still has, even what was a top 10 prick or a 10 on the prick scale, he has that chip on his shoulder. Get your weight up. where he's going to go down, even when the coach says, please don't run on 3rd or 4th down. He's trying to get that first down. He is a direct reflection of that locker room. That's why Bucs fans, you have to be excited about it, because they still have that chip on their shoulder, because you still have, media talking heads out there saying, oh, the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints are going to win the NFC South. They have that chip on their shoulder. Okay, cool. Good. You forgot about us waxing the Philadelphia Eagles. You forgot about us being in that game for the majority of the time versus the Lions, where a couple plays go here and there. You may be in the NFC Championship game. But hey, I get it. It's what have you done for me lately? And consequently, the Bucs have an opportunity here to win 4 straight titles in that NFC South. But they love that underdog mentality. So keep on sleeping on this team, because they'll continue to prove you wrong. Anything you want to talk about right now? JP Peterson Show, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. We had some controversy. We'll go to a break here in just a little bit, because I know we got to pay our sponsors here. That's who pays the JP.
That's right, baby.
Yes, they pay you very handsomely. They pay me very handsomely. It's a good thing, my friend. It all works out in the end. I put it out there on social media about Tom Brady, not only his number being retired, but the Ring of Honor. What I got from fans is either no on both occasions because he wasn't here long enough, Ring of Honor, but no number retiring because that belongs to Doug Williams, or he wasn't the one. There's other deserving players like a James Wilder, like a Hardy Nickerson, maybe even a Gerald McCoy. Where do you stand on the Tom Brady controversy? Should not only the Bucs put him in the Ring of Honor this year, but also not only this team, but the rest of the NFL retire number 12?
Oh, that's interesting. The rest of the NFL retire number 12.
Yes, greatest of all time. It's like Jackie Robinson, right? They got 42. Nobody's going to wear 42. He is the greatest of all time in Tom Brady. Why does anybody need to wear that number 12? Nobody's going to mistake. Not saying that Terry Bradshaw is not a great number 12, right? For the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Great number 12s.
Right. But Tom Brady is the greatest of all time. Should the NFL, even the Bucs, consider number 12? And look, if you want to do a ceremony where you bring out the great Doug Williams, which, by the way, I've been told stories since I was 8 years old or younger of how great Doug Williams is. And I thought my mom was full of garbage as she's sitting in the background because he got hurt in the NFC Championship game. And she was exactly right. But Doug Williams means so much to this community. Why not have a ceremony?
And a trailblazer in the game.
Yeah,
I mean, let's not forget the racial significance of Doug Williams. It was tremendous.
Yes.
Black quarterback to win the Super Bowl.
Sure.
I mean, if you're going to retire 12, Doug Williams needs to stand right next to Tom Brady. I'm sorry, he does. It doesn't feel right. Like, for me, Jackie Robinson was a tremendous player, But the reason that nobody wears 42 is because of his racial significance to the game and to our society. All right. So that's something bigger than baseball. Has Tom Brady been bigger than football? No, he hasn't. That to me, retiring his number in Tampa you'd have to, and you better bring Trent Dilfer back as well.
Nobody cares. Listen, the only thing the only thing that Trent Dilfer did here, JP, as you're trying to, poke the bear there, is win a Super Bowl at Raymond James Stadium with the Ravens, which, by the way, most likely that team, the Ravens and Dilfer, got Tony Dungy eventually fired because the Glazers expected the Bucs to come back from that 99 NFC Championship game and be the first team, which, by the way, they became in 2020, the first team. But, by the way, the reason why Brady should be in the Ring of Honor is because that reason alone, winning a Super Bowl in your home stadium, the first team in NFL history.
Let's separate the two. First of all, I say no to retiring his jersey here. I say absolutely 1,000% no to retiring it league-wide. That's just, as Tim said here, retiring number 12 league-wide is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in sports, and I've heard some dumb shiz. Give me a break.
I'm just throwing it out there, Tim. I mean, I know we disagree, but, the Patriots are doing it.
Well, that's fine. He should, 12 in New England should definitely be retired, but not here. There's more significance to the number, and I'm okay if you're going to retire 12 to bring Doug Williams and retire hey, retire a creamsicle 12 and a pewter 12.
Why not?
How about that?
Why
I'm
not?
down with that. Let's do that. Like,
Let's do it.
and I think, Brian Ford told us that they weren't doing a Ring of Honor or had no plans for it. But Scott Reynolds mentioned that if the schedules work right and Brady can do a game here later on in the year, that they might consider doing that. I think that's probably more in the works. That sounds right. And what sounds right to me is to bring Jug back and put the creamsicle up and put the pewter up with Tom Brady. That seems right. That really fits. So if you're going to retire 12, retire them both. And Hugh Culverhouse could suck it, by the way.
Yes. Can I give you the game that I think would be perfect? Either you do the Philadelphia game because of the history, or you do the San Francisco 49ers. You know why you do the San Francisco 49ers? Because Tom Brady grew up as a 49er fan watching Joe Montana. By the way, the 49ers passed up on Tom Brady in your face. Sorry, John.
6 times.
Yes. Yes.
Like every other team did. By the way, does Belichick get credit for drafting Brady? If you draft somebody in the 6th round, come on. Yeah, I guess you do. But anyway, no, I think Ring of Honor, yes, for Brady, more than anything, because you want to, from a branding standpoint, you want Tom Brady's name on your stadium. You want to keep him as much as your legacy. Hell, put a statue out front. I would ride his coattails as long as I possibly could with every piece of ink I could. Marketing, yeah, of course. It pisses off Patriot fans, number one. It's your right. You own his name, image, and likeness in a Buccaneers uniform, so sell the hell out of it. Keep it as part of your branding. He's part of our legacy. He chose Tampa Bay. Hell freaking yeah. Yeah. You think if Joe Montana would have won a Super Bowl with the Kansas City Chiefs, they wouldn't have done the same damn thing? Hell yeah, we claim him. He played 3 years. His last 3 years he played here.
Right.
And played some damn good football and won a freaking Super Bowl in a pandemic. Yes, put him up in the Ring of Honor and retire his jersey along with Doug Williams. Bring Doug in. That sounds like a freaking party to me. All you creamsicle people will have you can retire. They'll sell more 12 creamsicles and 12 Brady jerseys than they ever dreamed of. Hell yeah, everybody make money. Let's go. Let's have a freaking party. Let's have a freaking boat parade to go along with it. Jason Light said if you got everybody signed, we get a boat parade. So let's do that boat parade with Doug Williams and Tom Brady. We could throw the Lombardi trophies back and forth from every boat. Let's go.
Yes.
Let's go.
And then, by the way, we could do a live JP Peterson show. If we got the Wi-Fi,
let's go.
Let's do it. We could do it.
We can do it.
All right.
By the way, how much do you love LFB?
LFB.
LFB. Let's freaking or effing bake. Let's effing bake.
Yes.
The Bucks put it out the other day. LFB with the little baker emoji, the little baker emoji, like the bakery guy.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, LFB. Let's freaking bake. That's a great acronym. That is a great. I mean, that just fits this team. It's because it's you're sitting in the stands, you're baking, right? So let's freaking bake in the sun, in the seats, watching Baker bake. I love that. Love that whole thing. Get the T-shirts going. I'm sure somebody's already copyrighted it because it's not mine.
Twitter's shutting you down as we speak. Facebook is looking to shut you down. All right, let's go on to the comments here. Rick said, did JP stay? Stu Culverhouse.
I think I said you, but I wish I said Stu.
I think you said Stu Culverhouse. That's awesome.
Did I? Yeah, that's brilliant. That's the unintentional fun is the sign of genius.
Yes. Hard no to retire 12 league wide. Pat should, but that's it. What historical barriers did Brady cross the first 6th round? Well, he's the 6th round pick that became the greatest quarterback of all time. He's had 10 Super Bowl appearances with 7 Super Bowls, including one that basically validated his career, which, by the way, might be the most important. People go, well, Tampa, that was a stop. No, Tampa Bay validated his career, because now you can't make the conversation of, well, he just did it without Bill Belichick. What do you mean significant barriers? He's the greatest of all time. What are we talking about here, guys? Come on. Retire both here is fine, but not Brady league wide. Okay, so 5.840, I get that, because quarterbacks running 5.840 is so significant to his career. Like Stu Overhouse, perfect.
The point is, he's the first one to ever do that. But he did, again, he didn't do anything that transcended the game.
Right.
Outside, like the significance of Jackie Robinson is obvious, and
Right.
Tom Brady has no equal measurement to that. And so, the league-wide thing is super. But let's do it here. I think it's a fantastic idea.
MJ's
then you get the green tickles involved, everything.
Right. MJ's number not retired league-wide, but the Miami Heat retired his number, and I think there will be a lot of teams out there that the league should consider retiring number 23. Just my opinion. That's what we do here on the JP Peterson Show. Whether it's stupid or not, I don't care. Open phone line, 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. Now you want to take a break?
Yeah, let's take a break.
All
When we come back, I want to talk about the FSU lawsuit, the College World Series. FSU gets another big win to advance. They'll take on Tennessee. The Gators are playing Kentucky today, so we'll get into all of that. And also, Michael Kelly was on the show yesterday, USFAD. Tremendous interview. If you missed that, go check it out on our podcast. We got it separated out on our YouTube as well. So I want to hit some USF stuff from that as well. We're brought to you by the great folks at Extravaganza Productions. If you have a meeting, charity event, birthday, anything coming up where you need some great audio visual or some great creativity to make that event really, really sing, Extravaganza Productions has great producers, and they have tremendous reputation for making everything right. Go to extravaganzaproductions.com to get your free creative meeting. Back at 3.
As we head into summer and hurricane season, you must make sure that your home is fully insured. Over 40% of people in Florida are not fully insured because property rates have gone up lately. Your home is worth more, so it needs to be insured. Call the great folks at Italiano Insurance, 813-877-7799 to make sure you're fully insured. And also, you might just save some money. There are new companies coming into the state all the time. In fact, we just shopped our homeowners insurance, and I'm telling you, folks, we saved over $550 because Charity, the great customer service at Italiano Insurance, did all the work and found us a better company and a cheaper company. She'll do the same for you. 813-877-7799. Do something about these high rates. Shop them around. Could save you lots of money. It's Italiano Insurance. Been doing business here locally for over 60 years. 813-877-7799. Tell them JP sent you. JP here for TryHydrateHeroes.com. That's our new website where you can get a free 3-pack of the great Hydrate Heroes Electrolyte Hydration Drink, all for free. Just go to TryHydrateHeroes.com. We'll send you a 3-pack. While you're there, go ahead and buy the 30-pack for just $29.99. Special going on. Less than $1 a serving for all the good stuff, none of the bad stuff. Folks, a lot of these hydration drinks have tons of sugar, tons of calories. Hydrate Heroes, just 5 calories, and they have all the electrolytes in there, plus other stuff that's going to benefit you. A mushroom blend that will help with inflammation. So much other good stuff in there, none of the bad stuff. It's Hydrate Heroes. Go to TryHydrateHeroes.com and get your free 3-pack. The new Tropical Punch flavor is out, and it is fantastic. They'll send you some. Just go to TryHydrateHeroes.com. Get all the information there. Pick up a 30-pack as well. TryHydrateHeroes.com. All the good stuff, none of the bad stuff.
Hey Tampa Bay sports fans, this is 2-time LPGA Major Champion Jane Geddes here. After winning the US Open and 10 other LPGA events, I wanted to try something completely different. So I came right off the top turnbuckle and landed in the crazy world of WWE. And yes, you heard that right. That's WWE. Working for the Vince McMahon as the VP of Talent Relations for the company. Now, though, I want to work for you. Everything I've done in my life, I've done with incredible passion. And now I've turned my focus to leading the best real estate team in Tampa Bay, the Geddes Gordon Group, with Keller Williams in South Tampa. If you're looking for a new home, an investment property, or looking to sell your current home, we will give you major championship level service. When you choose Gettys Gordon Group, you become part of our inner circle, like family. So if you're looking for a few golf tips or a golf course view, we're going to stripe it right down the fairway. Call me at 813-485-6808 or go to gettysgordongroup.com, or again, give me a ring at 813-485-6808.
Summer is here, and it's the perfect time to shine with the exquisite June birthstones, pearl, alexandrite, and moonstone at the Golden Diamond Source. Each gemstone carries its own unique significance and style, making them perfect for any summer occasion. Did you know the 30th anniversary milestone is pearl, the traditional stone for this special occasion? And right now, you can enjoy 5 years of interest-free financing. That means you can own a stunning $5,000 ring and pay only $83 a month with zero interest for 5 years. That's a great deal. And shop online and get 15% off the June birthstones. And we love our partners, local businesses that have been here for 40 years. That's right, the Golden Diamond Source has been here for 40 years. Julie and Steve Weintraub have done so much in our community. We thank them. And we shop there. It's the Golden Diamond Source, 3800 Olmerton Road, always online at thegoldendiamondsource.com. Happy summer.
Let's go.
Right now, back to the show on FanStream Sports.
All right, welcome back to the JP Peterson Show, presented by the great folks at Hydrate Heroes. Try their new flavors. Tropical Punch is my absolute favorite. 5 calories per serving, all the good stuff, none of the bad stuff, all the electrolytes. There's amla fruit, a mushroom blend in there to help with any type of inflammation you might have. It's really helped the joint pain that I've had. Stay hydrated in this heat and do it for only 5 calories per great tasting serving. Go to tryhydrateheroes.com and get your free 3-pack with the new flavors. They'll send it to you, or just go ahead and order a 30-pack for $29.99. That's a cheap price when you think about $2.50 per drink for most of these electrolyte beverages that you have, and it will literally make you feel better. At least it has for me. Proven science from me. Tryhydrateheroes.com is the website. Go order there and enjoy for this summer. All right, Peter Blake is with me here as we got our final half hour. I want to get to some other topics. Anything you guys want to bring up, want to argue about, want to comment on, please hit our comment section on YouTube or on Facebook or on Twitter at the JP Peterson Show. Please like and subscribe there as well. All right, I wanted to hit the FSU lawsuit that went down yesterday in Leon County Court. We've had Scott Jeeves on here many times talking about the importance of the venue argument, right? Where is this going to be decided? Kind of common sense, right? And yesterday, a Judge John C. Cooper, I love it that John Cooper is the judge here, ordered or decided that the ACC cannot have this heard, or at least it will be heard in Leon County. May also be heard in North Carolina. Not sure how that's going to work in terms of simultaneous venues. Oh, we have our power back. How nice.
Well, do you want to switch over here really quick?
I can see if I can do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Stand by.
Right. Go ahead. Let's see if we can switch over here. I guess I'll take you out of it. We'll go ahead and take you out. There we go. So we'll take him out. We'll come back to him in just a moment. Again, open phone lines. The questions of the day here on the JP Peterson Show. Should the Rays sell? Is it time to sell Randy Arozarena, Brandon Lau, anyone else on this team of any value? Is it time, Rays fans, after blowing the win last night in walk-off fashion to the Minnesota Twins 7-6 after losing to them on the road after a rain delay? Were you awake? 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. What about the Tom Brady situation? Because that's been very controversial here on this show and on social media. Do you think he should be in the Ring of Honor? Should they retire his number? I threw it out there. Some people think it's stupid. I'm just saying, giving you something to think about. League-wide, should they retire Tom Brady's number 12? 727-255-0391. Let's go out to James here. Brady did nothing to change the game. You are correct, JP. Still think he's the greatest, the GOAT, greatest quarterback of all time, maybe one of the greatest players of all time with all the Super Bowl appearances. But again, just my opinion here, throwing it out there. But the Ring of Honor for the Bucs, did he do enough in the 3 years that he was with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? I say he has. I say there shouldn't be a number limit of years for accomplishment, because you win a Super Bowl in his first year in a pandemic during COVID, in a first-year offense, producing 40 touchdowns, MVP type of numbers. To me, he should have been the MVP by far. Coming into that situation, in a first-year offense, learning it, it was rough at the time, 7-5, and then, of course, you know what happens winning the Super Bowl in your home stadium, the first team in NFL history. The first. I know there's another team, but second. Only one. First. Randy seems to be a foregone conclusion. And let's go out to Thomas. Brady cannot go in before Brad. No idea why Doug was in. Okay, so let me get out to JP. Let's see if we fixed his audio here, or we're going to see right now if his, because we've had power problems, Wi-Fi problems, Twitter got shut down, but it really doesn't matter here on the JP Peterson Show, because we're all about talking Tampa Bay sports, whether it's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, whether it's the Tampa Bay Rays, which, you know, at points this year have really put us to sleep. I mean, they are definitely the cure for an insomnia, and of course the Tampa Bay Lightning, and anything else that you want to discuss here. So we'll see if we can get JP on here on the show. Let's see. Let's go out to him. Are you ready, partner?
Yeah, I'm trying to jump back in on the laptop here, but we might as well just continue on the phone.
Yeah, let's just continue on. Yeah, absolutely. And I tell you what, I saw this out there. I know you want to talk about the Florida State lawsuit, so go ahead and continue on. Well, we got. Whoa, there you are. That's a little bit better. We'll go ahead and get you out of there. Let's go ahead and go out to here. There we are. Now you're back. Look at that. Look at that.
All right, hold on. Stand by.
Yes,
Stand
I
by.
got you. I got you right here. I'm your co-host. I'm your producer.
Well done. I'm back. I'm back. They can't kill me. They can't. Kill me. Not yet, anyway.
Yeah, your Twitter account we got to work on. We got to get that back. I don't know what the hell is going on.
Hey, the cell phone worked well. We got that. We resourceful. We got that done. Yeah. So the Leon County lawsuit, very interesting yesterday, kind of watching how the whole thing developed. And boy, did they talk about some stupid ass stuff in court. I mean, just like talking about cheerleaders and how games are played on TV and blah, blah, blah. It was like some really stupid stuff they talked about in court. But in the end, the judge ruled that this case will and can be heard in Leon County, because much of the ACC's business is done in Leon County on the campus of Florida State University, and in the state of Florida on the campus of the University of Miami, not to mention other championships that have been played in the state of Florida. So clearly the venue argument goes the way of FSU, and you know, the way our legal system works these days, that's really important, because I don't know any judge in Leon County or in Florida that wants to side against the Seminoles. Now, of course, they're going to try to be impartial and apply the law, but we've seen in our justice system how that works not very well lately. So it is what it is. And now that's going to be heard. There was also the judge also dismissed the ACC's request to enforce a ridiculous exit fee. So, and even the $140 million one, the judge ruled as unenforceable at this point. So everything that was done yesterday tells me that, at least in the Leon County court, FSU is going to win. And I think the ACC understands, once they lose a lot of these arguments, and this is one of the things that Scott Jeeves explained, is as they go through these motions, and as the ACC loses these motions, they've won some, they've lost some. So, you know, the looming settlement is out there, right? And so as you lose leverage in settlement negotiations, whereas you don't want to go to court in Leon County, right? You don't want to do that if you're the ACC. No. So now that makes you more willing to settle, right? And so the number comes down. So every legal argument that you win, the ACC looks more inevitable that they're looking for a settlement. What's that number going to be? At one point, it was $540 million. Ridiculous. Then the number 140 had been bantied about. Now the number of $100 million is bandied about. And now with these rulings, FSU may be saying, F you, let's have our day in court, and maybe it'll be 0. So, but I don't think it'll get there. I think there'll be some settlement on both sides. And I think that what Maryland paid $50 million to get out, maybe it's between 50 and 100 million, 75 million, somewhere. There's that FSU math again, somewhere in there. And for FSU, that's money you make up in the first year and a half in the Big Ten. So I think, as we predicted a long time ago when Scott came on the show, this is going to go FSU's way. I think they're going to get out of the ACC. I think it's probably going to be sooner than later. I think they'll definitely be playing by 2026. I think there's even a possibility they could be in by 2025. And that's great for FSU. Now, will it be the SEC? I don't think so. I still don't think so. But anything can happen in this crazy world of realignment in college football. And as you heard yesterday, Michael Kelly, who is more connected than anyone, if you read between the lines of what he was saying, is that USF is perfectly positioned to move to the ACC. And I think if FSU moves out, and I think that's likely, the ACC would be absolutely bananas not to invite USF. They are an AAU university. They fit academically. You bring Florida back into play. You now have a new stadium on campus that you can host many of your championships in good weather. There's so many attributes that USF will bring to the ACC. Now, as Michael explained it yesterday, there's going to be a fault line. It's going to be a fault line when all of this realignment is done. There's currently 363 Division I teams that play basically basketball in Division I. There are 133 that play football. Now, where does that fault line happen? To me, I think the number's around 84 to 96, depending on how you want to divvy up these conferences. Will it be 4 super conferences, 5, 6 geographically realigned where Stanford is not in the ACC, and we can bring back some, saneness to this ridiculousness of realignment? Will that happen? There's a lot that has to be done. The government has to get involved. There's got to be real revenue sharing. There's got to be a rebidding of the playoff money, or maybe even a rebidding of all TV contracts that would be negotiated under one umbrella. Can you imagine what that number would be for all college football games? I mean, that would make the NFL look like small change. So, not small change, but it would dwarf it. No question about it. So there's so much that has to be done. But to Michael's point, you got to be on the right side of that fault line. And I think he has positioned USF to be there. And this year's football season means a lot. And if they can, and he said this yesterday, and I was kind of like, what? But he's absolutely right. If you look back with the 12, if you looked at a 12-team playoff, the way it's set up right now, and you applied that to the past 12 years or 10 years, the AAC champion would have made it 7 of those years. So it's not crazy if they're not winning at Alabama. At least I don't think they are, but you never know. Hell, there was a tight game here, right? You never know.
With Brown and his ability with that defense stepping
no more
up.
Nick Saban, I don't think it's going to happen. I want to get crazy here, but I doubt they're going to win at Alabama.
Are we ruling out Alex Golish and if he'll have this team ready? I think he'll have his team ready to go. I mean, I don't think they're going to.
They'll be ready. They'll be ready, but that's a tough ask, my friend. That's a tough ask.
I agree.
I mean, would they have played as well against the Alabama team that went to the playoff? Probably not. But whatever. They did what they did. They were within a tying. They had the ball driving to tie the game in the fourth quarter against Alabama. At USF. That's fact.
Yeah.
So, whatever. This season, I expect them to be very competitive in the AAC, and if they are. And if they win that championship, they'll have a right to be that team that gets in the highest ranked non-Power 5 team, however they're working it now, to get into the playoffs. So who knows? Point is, if they have a good season and you show up, by the way, you fans need to show up at Raymond James Stadium and support this team. If you show up and fill that lower bowl for every game, I don't see how when Florida State defects, whether it's SEC or Big Ten, how the ACC does not gobble up USF. They'd be crazy not to. The Big 12 already has UCF. So not that they wouldn't be valuable to the Big 12. I think they still would. There are people that said, hey, Big Ten, why don't you take USF as well? I think that might be a little bit much, but
where's the money at? How much money you're going to get? But geographically, the ACC makes sense. And like you said, if Florida State and Clemson, which are assumed to be leaving at the end of it, that would be a great opportunity for USF. And you're exactly right. It's an affordable ticket. Hopefully there's a lot of Bulls fans out there supporting this team because we saw it last year. I don't like to kill the fans. I never like to bang on the fans here. But this team right now is up and coming. And Brown, if anything else, Byron Brown.
Go see Byron Brown, for God's sakes.
This guy is a unique talent. And look, listen, with NIL, I don't want to say this, but I'm a realist when it comes to it. You know this here, JP. That's why you got me as a co-host. With the NIL agreement and transfer portal, you don't know how long this kid's going to be here. Right. Because if he's able to be successful and this team is able to be successful, there's going to be some other programs that are they're going to come calling.
Well, they already did.
Right.
And they got told no.
Good.
Byron Brown is a special kid. He has a special kind of loyalty that you just don't see in today's sports. He is once in a lifetime generational type player, generational type human being. And Michael told his story about Byron when he first came on campus as a high schooler, for spring practice. He walked up to Michael Kelly in the athletic center and said, Mr. Kelly, my name is Byron Brown. Thank you very much for all you've done, and introduced himself and thanked him for the facilities and the opportunity. I mean, who does that?
Tom Brady.
Who does that?
It kind of sounds like Tom Brady to Robert Kraft. Hey,
it really does.
You ever made. That's what it sounds like to me.
I like that. I like that.
Thank you.
So if he didn't leave now, I don't know why he would leave. At some point, maybe there's an offer that he can't refuse, but we'll deal with that later. He's playing for USF this year, and he could have a hell of a season. And I'm looking forward to it. I don't want to miss a single USF home game this year. I'm going to try like hell to be at every single one. And if you're a USF fan, what else you got to do on a Saturday, on a home game? What else you got to do? Come on, get your ass down there. Tickets are cheap. Come on, get you a little tailgate going in Ray J, and go watch some good college football. I would say this. I don't know, and I'm going to have to talk to Greg Wolf about this, but their game presentation needs to be more collegiate. I want more band. I want more cheerleaders. I want more cowbell. I want more college stuff. It feels a little too NFL-y for me.
You got a fever for it?
I want gimme band, gimme the Thundering Herd. I want them playing every second of every minute.
Love it.
I don't want to hear canned music. I don't want to hear any of that stuff unless it has a meaning. I want a collegiate atmosphere. And for the fans, like one of the last times I went to a USF game, there were fans behind me that were mad that we were standing up at critical points of the game. If you're a football fan and you can't stand up at critical points of the game, stay home and watch it on TV.
Yeah, get out.
Don't bitch at other fans that are standing up at a critical point of a game, in a big game, to watch a play. All right? If you can't do that, if you can't participate in that way, somebody stands up in front of you, you stand up as well. You're not standing up the whole game. I'm not asking you to do that, but don't make it a collegiate atmosphere, not somewhere where, old people or grumpy people are getting mad because you're standing up to watch big plays in the game. All right? Let's be better than that.
You're talking about grumpy people, old grumpy people? You're talking about
like me. Like me. Like Rick.
Hey, you said it. I didn't say it.
Like Rick said. You can't kill JP. He's the cockroach of sports radio. Take that however you want. I take that as a tremendous compliment.
Thank you, Rick. Rick is bringing it today. A game to Rick.
Yeah, every day.
Great job.
Yes. All right. What else did we need? Oh, dude, you haven't even talked about your fight. Your Jake Paul fight.
I know. How about that?
I've been waiting for you to break it out. Jake Paul, July 20th.
Yes.
2 days after my 39th birthday.
Well, there you go. You should join me out there. You should get credentials.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Out there. Okay.
Yeah, give me a credential. Right. Let's go.
But yeah, let's go back to the scene of the crime. Of course, coming back to town to face bare knuckle fighting championship Mike Perry, which is kind of a surprise. And I just got done talking to his manager. I want to talk to his manager again, his trainer, and say, listen, is this wise for him to take this fight? Because, of course, we know that the Mike Tyson fight is on November 15th on Netflix. So is this wise to do this? I mean,
how much is he paying this Mike Perry guy to take a dive? I mean, to fight him.
And listen, I'm not saying that. I'm not stepping in that because
why would you? It's a quick question. Why would you put? Because if this guy beats your ass,
right?
What happens to the Tyson fight?
I mean, it loses the luster, correct? So that's
this just in. Somebody call Don King and figure out how to,
only
find a tomato can to fight. You don't fight any serious fighter before a big fight. What's he doing?
Right. Where's Peter McNeely in 92 seconds for Tyson? Where is he at?
Right.
Where's that at? But I'm interested in it. Of course, going there and getting credentialed and getting an opportunity. And Jake is always a great soundbite. And again, my history with them, of course, getting the Rolex. So
yes,
they're like, go get another Rolex. I'm like it was that easy to get another Rolex. Okay?
How many reporters have asked for a Rolex since you got it, by the way?
I don't think anybody, because his manager afterwards said no Rolexes. He's not giving out another Rolex besides.
I heard to ask. I'm asking. I mean, when he comes to promote the fight, I'm asking for a Rolex.
The guy to ask for a Rolex at the end of the day.
One of this guy, give me one.
Get out.
He knows I'll be smart enough to sell that bitch in a heartbeat.
Well, that's why I have it in the first place, because then I get credentialed to fights, and there's always a connection there.
Oh, God.
Listen, with that being said, his manager said after the question, the guy was trying to ask a question, no Rolexes for you. No Rolexes for you. I was like, wow, he's a soup Nazi. That was awesome. Nikisa. Yeah. So we'll see how that works out. But a lot of people are kind of doubting it. What's the legitimacy of it? Is it going to be a bare knuckle fight? Is it going to be?
Is it going to be a bare knuckle or a glove?
I definitely think it's going to be a glove. From everything you heard, it's going to be a glove. It's 8-round fights, and
Amanda Serrano is going to be on that card too.
Yes, and she's
a hell of a fighter.
Yes, and she's also supposed to have, of course, the rematch with Katie Taylor.
Yeah.
So I mean, everybody's looking forward to that. Got a chance to interview her also on the Sports Web, which is amazing.
Let's get him on our show. Let's go.
Okay. Well, let's go.
We had Jake on before. We'll get him on again. Let's go.
Okay, that'd be great to get him on.
Thomas Casper says tickets start at $20. That's awesome.
Really?
That's cheaper than movie tickets these days.
That's cheaper than race tickets these days.
That's way cheaper than the race.
Go ahead, do the race thing again when you watch hockey and then you watch the race. Go ahead, do it. He's not out.
I missed 2 innings. What the hell happened? We were up. It was 4-0 before I fell asleep.
What?
Now it's 4-4. What the hell? Savali happened. What the hell happened?
Yeah, walks happen. Savali happens. That's what happens.
Oh, I got to ask you about this. So,
yes, go ahead.
The Buffalo Bills.
I heard this. I don't know if this is true or not. I don't even know if I want to step into this or not.
You don't?
I don't know anything. Listen. I'm
GFFL.
Is that true or is that a joke?
I think it's true.
Because it
still retweeted it.
Okay, well here is what
it's the Gay Flag Football League, and the Buffalo Bills are sponsoring it.
Well, here you go. Bills become the latest NFL franchise to support the new LGBTQ plus. Say that 3 times, by the way. Flag football team. We are excited.
Now, do you have to be gay to play? Because you could.
What a terrible headline.
I'm all for it. This is great. This is fantastic.
We are excited. Of course you're excited.
Yeah, I think this is fantastic. But do you have to be gay? And then, how do you prove that?
I don't know. I have no idea. I thought it was a joke. I honestly thought it was a joke.
For Pride Month? No, I think they're very serious about this.
Nothing against it. I mean, I just thought the whole story, and then you see the story on Fox News, and we are excited. Yeah, boy, that's going to be just a great PR.
I don't know how Bill's Mafia. I don't know how that's going to work with Bill's Mafia. But,
hold on. So you got Tim here. Those guys are really good at rebounding it.
I mean, Rick says, how many flags will they be wearing? I think it's a great idea.
I bet you do.
Yeah.
So what's the team flag? Is it the Buffalo Bills flag or is it another flag?
Well, we know the colors. We
Rainbow
definitely know the colors. Yeah. I think it's a great idea. I think it's a fantastic idea.
Bills Mafia. I mean, it definitely relates to that fan base.
Yeah.
We've seen that fan base. I mean, they're a wrestling fan base. They're going through tables. I mean, what says more about a fan base?
All I know is I'm betting on the Miami team to be really good.
You probably were.
Miami and LA are going to be like really good.
At San Francisco?
San Francisco.
It reminds me of basketball. You ever see basketball?
They're going to have championship quality players. No question about it. No question about it.
Lots of talent.
Yeah. All righty. That'll do it for this. Yeah, you didn't want to go there.
No, I didn't, but you took it there. You cockroach.
I am the cockroach of sports radio. We need that as a drop.
We definitely need that. Yes, we need the other one too. I got to get that one from Tim.
Like, we need a cartoon of Stu with like a big shoe. You know, like
well, we got some
JP
friends.
scurrying around when the lights come on.
We need Shooter and Stash because they got a great cartoon of Stu. And they
they do. They do.
They do. Yeah, we need to
I don't want to get sued though. Don't say anything mean. All right. We'll take a 22-hour break, I guess. Hopefully the lights will be on tomorrow. Great job, Peter, working through that today.
Yes,
they try to kill us, but they just can't kill us.
They can't kill us because he's the cockroach.
Dan Geddes will join us tomorrow. Talk about the incredible Bryson DeChambeau finish and what the hell's going on with Rory. We love talking golf with her, and we'll have some other surprises for you as well. Enjoy baseball today at the College World Series. The Gators and Knowles playing. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day, everybody.